Hi guys, what's going on? It's EvoLoz and today we are back with another episode of Total Warhammer 2. So, before we get started, one thing I'd like to say is, obviously previously on the last video I had to edit out every single loading bar since loading between each battle took about 5 minutes and loading back into the campaign map took a similar length of time. This is because I am a moron and have lived my entire life using the standard old mechanical hard drives. I have now finally seen the light and got a nice modern NVMe SSD, and now things load very quickly. So the loading bars are now about 30 seconds, 20 seconds, so I should now not have to completely edit every video, and things should run a bit more smoothly, and we should be all better. So with that out of the way, if you remember in the last episode we managed to sort of capture the 3 towns from the Skaven to make up a complete province, with them using that to get rid of the taint of corruption and lower the or increase the public order. So more slaving options. So yes, so the corruption is on the way down. That's just working its way now down to being completely uncorrupt. All the Skaven corruption is out and disappearing, which is great. We're making a little bit of money, and a lot of the buildings are on the upgrade. I'm going to demolish that barracks building there since we already have one, which is being upgraded. There's no sense in having 2. Then we've got an artisan's house producing a bit of money, and we've got a reasonable amount of population growth. So that's all good. The army with Malekith really needs a bit of time to recover. It's kind of badly damaged, and it's going to be a little bit of time before it's ready to do anything. Technology is under research. After this, I think the next place is probably going to be the Great Arena. Seems like a pretty logical place to take. I guess there's also here some of the Iron Mountains we could take to the north of our territory. That could be an option actually, but I think we'll probably take this one since this is right next door to our capital, if no one takes it before us. So I think there's nothing to do other than head straight into the first turn. We've got population surplus, so we should be able to upgrade one of our outposts. Lots of different other empires to deal with. Expand the citadel. Yes, we could do one of the Dark Elf towers. I'd rather do Hal Caldera since that's the closest. And we also have now a spare spot here. So we have some torture posts. Plateau of Darks. Oh, that's basically the cavalry barracks and the mustering hall. So what else have we got we could build? We could possibly build like what the farmstead is for the High Elves, Dark Elf Manors, to give increased growth rate, because we want to get our sort of capital province upgraded pretty quickly. So that seems like a pretty logical thing to build. It will give us more population growth per turn. So we are now founded upon tyranny. So we get plus population growth in all provinces, and we have unlocked a right. So we can have a quick look at the right. I've not always been performing these. They cost quite a lot of money, which is the one that we've unlocked. Oh, we need slaves too. Okay, well, next battle we'll have to capture slaves. So we did founded on tyranny, so we can improve public order, increase slaves from battle, or more growth in each province per turn. What would we rather have? Or we can do battle as business, or minus recruitment costs. I think for now, to be honest, the population growth is the most useful thing we can have. And then we just have to look at capturing some more slaves in the future turns. So we've still got some more turns till this army is fully ready to go back into battle. We'll recruit a couple more Dread Spears as well. And all these buildings are being upgraded, so let's just fly straight into the next turn. So one of our rival Dark Elf people has killed the Skaven in the Great Arena and taken that area over. So we can either go to war there with them, which is possible but still seems a bit rash, or we can try and capture the Iron Mountains, which I think is what I'm going to do. The Altar of Ultimate Darkness. Well, that's a very appealing prospect, so I think we'll go there next. How many people have we got? 12. And we might as well get this up to a full army, I think. We've got the bolt thrower. the Black Guard. Hopefully, now we have finished the upgrades in Nagarad. Our improved barracks gives us bleak swords and dark shields with shields, and we've got the cavalry, so we've got the dark riders as well. So let's have a look what we're going to recruit. We'll have a couple of shock cavalry, 2 units of shock cavalry, and we'll probably have some of those swordsmen, some bleak swords. Yeah, we'll do that for this turn. That capital building's upgrading. And our torture posts have meant that we should be positive public order, which we are, so we'll slowly keep improving. And the corruption is on the way out. So let's fly straight into the next turn. And I think we've gained another population surplus, so we can upgrade Kalira. Some of these early turns, it's just sort of about setting up the initial base before we get involved in which complete the following ritual. Ritual or the torture oracle. Okay, we've got some money for something. Sign a non-aggression pact with Hag Garef. Let's have a look who they are. Oh, and destroy clan scepter. So Hag Garef. I think that's who. Oh no, these guys who want to sign a non-aggression pact with.
But do not think you are safe. Agreeable.
Okay, there we go. We've signed a non-aggression pact. That should have finished that quest. It's a good bit of gold and some scrolls to take us towards the first ritual. So I think the army is probably in sufficiently good condition to march on the Altar of Darkness. Well, I'll wait them on this side of the territory, so hopefully they still get a little bit of increased regrowth as well. And I have set Kalira off upgrading to the next one, since we've got a reasonable amount of population surplus being generated now each turn, and we've got that non-aggression pact. So what have we got? These are probably the enemy Mung. Am I at war with it? We can have a look at diplomatic status. I don't think I'm actually directly at war with any of these people at the moment. So we've got uninhabitable climates. So the Iron Mountains is an unpleasant climate, but not uninhabitable. And then all this sort of area down here with all the other dark elves is habitable, but just unpleasant. Also, I'm not sure if we are supposed to be sailing down to sort of attack the High Elves, which occupy this island here. I think this is where the portal is here, which is what our ultimate goal is, I think, to take that portal. So we've got some of our units have been recruited. Not really a lot else to do this turn, so let's head straight into the next turn. And then next turn we should be in a battle for the Altar of Darkness. I guess it's going to be against the Skaven again, I would assume, although I don't know. But we shall soon find out. Who are they? Is this an enemy? Some war beasts. Attacking foreign. Oh, so we're not actually at war with the Ripperholm tribe. But we'll go and march on the Altar of Darkness nonetheless. So, not unsurprisingly, there is a large amount of Skaven in there. So we can either fight them directly. It's going to be a pretty tight battle, so I think we'll fight them directly. They've got quite a few units, quite a lot of clan rats, that sort of thing. So we'll fight the battle on the map. Hopefully it won't take us quite so long to load in this time. They vastly outnumber us, and I think those clan rats can spawn up behind us. They're the ones that can sort of tunnel underground and then just sort of appear behind us, which can be a problem. Oh, I guess they're in their city, are they? I see. Yeah, they're in their city, but I think because we have that bolt thrower, we can stand a chance of damaging through their walls. I think is perhaps what it is. So let's have a look what we've got. So the cavalry, no, we'll set them as group 3. Place them over here on the flanks. So we've got our spears and swords down the middle, and then our archers. I'm not sure if these people have the ability perhaps just to scale the wall if they so desire. And then we should probably place this unit in a good spot to do some damage as and when it needs to. So we'll take down a hole in the wall. We are obviously in range of the towers, which could be an issue. Let's briefly pause and have a look what we can do. If it looks like our people are capable of scaling the walls. So it would make sense, I think, to do that. Oh, looks like they can set... yeah, they all carry ladders, so that seems worthwhile. The Bleak Swords are probably going to be quite good at that one. To assign them to there. You to there. Where am I shooting? That wall there. So we better leave that one alone. And that'll probably do for a start. We should probably move up our archers. Since they don't really have any archers bar the towers. As far as I'm aware. Oh, they do have the slinger infantry, don't they? But we might as well fling some crossbow bolts at them. So let's see. I don't know how our bolt throwers are getting on at damaging their wall. 3%. Well, that's going to take a while. I think we're going to do better off. Better off with our infantry, to be honest. Ah, so they have done their classic and spawned some clan rats behind me. So we'll quickly move. Where's Malekith gone? Come on, you can certainly come over and help deal with these clan rats. So our friendly infantry are moving up. The archers should really be in range on some of the walls now. So we'll see if we can get them to get ready to start firing. Fired a shot. There we go. Here we go. Hopefully we'll do a bit of damage here. A little bit of damage, not vast amounts of damage. They seem to be routing. Let's bring in the cavalry we've got on our flank to deal with them as they're out. Otherwise they'll only regather strength and come back. And then we're going to send Malik up to join in the ladder siege. He'll be quite useful on the walls, I think. We can send the infantry forwards to join the wall fights as well. So doing a reasonable amount of damage to the enemy archers. Oh, Jesus. I forget you can't leave any unit like undefended for any length of time since the enemy just spawn in otherwise. We'll keep the cavalry charging against these guys. And we'll move up a unit of spears nearest to these guys to try and defend them. So our archers have spread. Our people are now starting to scale the walls. We've got some enemy Skaven sword infantry up here. Which could be a problem. So we'll make sure the archers target these clan rats. Our cavalry are now charging down them, which is great. And we are mounting the walls. Where's Malekith got to? Here he is. You should hopefully follow order him to scale the walls as well, even though he's ever so slightly under attack. So they have completely shattered, so there's no need to spend any more efforts on them. So if we select these people and get them engaged in the combat up here. So how are things going? Our people are up on the walls. Our swordsmen are sort of into combat now. And swords and spears. People are confident, but they've got quite a bit to deal with yet. Hopefully do a bit of damage into the sides of these people with our archers. Our bolt throwers continuing to slowly damage away at the wall. And the people are attacking. Malekith is climbing the walls. We'll send in the Black Guard as well. Get them up the wall. Yeah, we're doing a reasonable amount of damage to them, although we could be doing a bit of friendly fire here, so it's probably worth aiming a little bit further away. How are our cavalry doing? Bring them back. They certainly can't climb up the walls. We have to actually take the walls before we can get access to them. So Malekith is now on the walls. Let's just get him stuck straight into the fight. He's got a good amount of health, so he can make a big difference to this sort of thing. Put some missile infantry in the centre. I'm trying to get sort of shots into the centre so I don't cause any friendly fire. I don't really know how the friendly fire works in this game yet. These people are doing a sort of reasonable job. Move out a little bit further into the wall if you can. And we've got the halberdiers, the Black Guard are now assaulting the walls as well. You don't have to actually completely charge up the wall like that. These people have got a little bit close than I intended. So let's get them They're pretty pinned up against the wall here. They're probably about to rout, so that's not really a problem. So we'll charge down the missile infantry on the walls up here. So wow, the Blackguard are everywhere. So let's get these people up and attacking the missile infantry. I'm not sure why the archers are still what they're up to. How's this wall level looking? 51%. It's just very slowly collapsing. Let's move in some more dread spears, get them up the ladders. Still got quite a bit of people. Malekith is not doing anything for some reason. We're getting the fight. Okay, our halberdiers, we're sort of winning this section of the wall. I think we've completely run this section of the wall. They seem to be routing off the wall. Although they very much strongly hold the land below at the moment. It seems to be things seem to be going in our favour. So Malekith's probably the best person to lead the assault into the square, but we might as well make sure everyone on these walls is dead first. We've got to capture this square down here to get access to the gate, I believe. We should probably be running it in front of that section of wall, considering it's well under attack. One of our units is looks ammunition. Okay, well that wasn't a particularly useful thing you did there, Bolt Throwers. You just stood around and then got killed. So you people continue to assault the walls. And then, right, let's make ready to sort of sally forth down. So let's lead with the Blackguard as well. And get these people down and out. So Malekith is down. Why are the halberdiers not getting down here? They're still sort of busy fighting some of these clan spears. Come on, you can get down, surely. I'm not sure what the way down off these walls actually even is. Oh, they can sort of get down the ladder there. So let's run to your leader, Spearman. Protect Malekith. He's pretty surrounded. Okay, so we've got some of our dread spears down there. I don't know if the bleak swords are particularly engaged in much of a fight, so they could perhaps come down and help. These clan rats, I mean, really don't stand much of a chance at all. Some of the archers are slowly climbing the wall for random reasons. Looks like the fight is starting to turn into our favour. A bit of a long battle. But as soon as we start to win this fight on the ground, I think that'll be the deciding factor. Malekith is just well buried into a fight. So power of darkness, greatly increase the power of increases. So what can I use? Or chill winds. Causes minor damage. Yes, let's do some. Oh, I'm not sure how this works. Target too close. Aha. Oh well, that did something. Right, you people need to get down here now to assist. Come on, Druki. Right, now we've got our murderous prowess because we have had sufficient kills in this battle, and it's now becoming quite effective. We're winning this fight now. Yeah, they're starting to tip into our favour. Bring up the cavalry in anticipation perhaps of capturing this point. They're routing out of this. So I think we now own the gate area, which is great. So let's bring in our shock cavalry and get them as they run. We can bring our archers through the gates as well. I can now sort of make a bit of a better attempt at defending the walls. These people need to kind of get clear. The Black Guard continue to advance. They are sort of a little alone, probably a bit too alone there to be doing this properly. And they kind of left themselves a little bit exposed. Might as well have a go at attacking some of these guys, charge straight into them, see if we can get them, break them to break, and then once they break we should be able to kill them all. Some Skaven slaves. What's going on? I think they're recapturing slightly the gatehouse, although our archers are now getting into position. So we should be able to rain down hell on these little sword infantry just waiting down in the valley below. Come on archers, get into position. It wasn't quite them I meant for you to shoot at, although since you're shooting at them that's as good a spot as any. Okay, they're attacking them. Might as well move up this unit of Dread Spears to try and recapture the gateway. These people are taking continual casualties. Raining down a lot of death now on these people from behind. So these people are continuing to advance. I don't know if they have a central capture square, which I think is that there. Look, this is sort of our bulk of our army now. Slaughtering these little Skaven swordsmen, Skaven slaves. I don't think they're going to be particularly good. Oh, they've not really got any armour at all. They're just rats with swords. Okay. It's largely advanced to the square. These people are a little bit surrounded. Our shock cavalry and infantry are a little bit surrounded, but they've got quite a lot of archer support from behind. Ploughing down into the back of the rat people. People down here are just slowly dying, so they're not really a problem for me. I own all these fort towers now, although unoccupied by the enemy at least. So I want them to change their fire down to the people down below if they can. I think they're struggling to get the shots to aim down that low. All these people are now advancing, which is good. They've not got a lot left in the capital. Oh, why are these people running away? Deal with these people in front of you. I've got infantry all over this place now. It's all a bit confusing. So this obviously turned into a bit of a longer battle than I had intended for this episode. They're now routing these people who were stood by the wall, and I'm sure they're going to get shot. They don't know where to go. I think they're stuck. So our people are now advancing to the square. We should hopefully soon capture the centre of their settlement. Victory, there we go. The last of them have broken. So we now own this capital province. That's very good. I'm pleased with that. Excellent. So we only took 194 losses, and we basically eliminated the Skaven army. Our guard units did quite well, gained some experience as well. That's nice. If we get the option of any slaves, we shall teach them. Enemy captured 274. So we're going to occupy the city. You can loot, but the problem is you get so little money, and while you do gain slaves, the public disorder, and then the cost of actually repairing the settlement just doesn't seem worth it, so I might as well just occupy the settlement, to be honest. Clan Septic has been revealed in the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. We've gained a banner, and I think Malekith has probably gained a rank as well, and we have completed a mission. It's gained us some scrolls and a bit more money. Oh, we've destroyed Clan Septic. Excellent. So, that's good. I'm pleased with that. We've now got another capital province, which should give us a good income. And the army's going to need to recover a little bit. Let's see what we can upgrade Malek with. So we could increase Linebreaker again, which gives more melee attack for the Dread Spears, Bleak Swords, Black Arc Corsairs, and Dark Shards, and increase melee defense. That's probably the most logical thing to do for now. Yeah, let's do that. I also noticed in details he's gained a banner. So mangled form of a terrifying scarecrow, spent too long on the battle of the road, it's taken through, and now a banner to frighten away anything with wings. So, basically target any flying and give them a negative morale bonus. Okay, worth having, worth having. So yes, we've got to basically wait for this settlement to grow. We get a little bit of positive growth from our technology. But yes, looking pretty good. We're losing a little bit from the raiding armies. Okay, so that went kind of well. It took me a little bit longer to do that than I had expected, so that's pretty much taken up this entire episode. I did notice that we have finished upgrading Hal Kaladra, so we can upgrade our little artisan's house to a crafting district, which should give us more money per turn. And we've got an empty slot which we could do something with. And we've got a slave pens around here already, I think. Oh no, we haven't got a slave pen, we've got a torture chamber. There seems little point in doing that. We could do a Den of Outlaws. I don't think we've got one of these. Let's build a Den of Outlaws. It maxes out at tier 3 anyway, and that's as high as we can get on our outposts. So we now have 4 provinces. Our army's doing quite well. If we can get our money up a little bit more, we should perhaps start a second army. And maybe we could open up a front against some of our other dark elves, since these are all in sort of more suitable climates to fight. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, give it a like in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about the sort of this Warhammer series. This is the second episode. Obviously, I want to kind of keep this going, do the whole thing through to sort of the Way Shrine and see how that goes. So, thanks for watching, guys. Give the video a like if you can, please. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you on the next episode.